Happy Labor Day, Oak and Cedar. We're going to make pork butt. Check it out. So this is a about 8.5 pound pork roast. I scored the fat into hash marks about every inch or so. 8 hours in the smoke, and then after that it'll rest for about 2.5 hours at 225. About an hour and 15 minutes a pound for my smoker. And everybody's smoker's different. And I'm going to let this set in the fridge, lightly covered, until about 11:30 tonight. Let's put the fat side down, which is going to protect the meat a little bit. So first we're going to go on with the Byron's butt rub. So nice thick coat of this. This is a big roast, so you want to get a lot of seasoning on here. And once it's on all sides, what I like to do, you don't want to rub it in, but you do want to kind of press it into the meat a little bit. Just give it a nice pat like that, and that's going to let it set in the meat. I dried this off with a paper towel because I didn't want any of the water to make the seasoning run off. And I want to open up these hash marks a little bit and get the seasoning in those hash marks. It's going to be about half as much Menards as butt rub, but this is going to kind of deepen the flavor a lot. Now Menards, not a sponsor, hashtag not a sponsor, but this is my favorite Cajun seasoning, and I've used them all. I've used the Tony's, I've used the Slap Your Mama, I've used the stale cracker stuff, I've used everything, and this is just, in my opinion, the most well-rounded flavor, the best you can get on most things. And then just add a little more heat to it, a light sprinkling, and watch when I show you a light sprinkling, like that, like that's it. Just a little bit on the top, very little on the sides, and then on the fat side, just a little dusting. This is going to set until about 11:30 tonight in the fridge, loosely wrapped with plastic wrap. It is 11:30 at night right now. I got my pork butt on the smoker. I got the fatty part towards the back, the money muscle on the side, and the fat on the bottom right here. It's on the left side of my smoker because that is the part that stays the coolest. I have some bourbon barbecue pellets in there, and I got this thing rocking at 220 right now. It's going to be in the smoker for a few hours. I'm going to just close the lid, go to sleep for 4 hours, come back to it, and check on this bad boy. It is 3:15 a.m. Cracking open this here grill. Let's see what we got going on with this pork butt this morning. Oh, look at the color that's forming on this thing. It is starting to crack a little bit, so I am going to have to spray it with some apple cider vinegar, which is not a bad thing. It's a good way to cut through some of the sweet, add some acidity to it. So I got my temperature probe. Stick it right here in the middle and try to avoid the bone as much as I can because it's going to read hotter by the bone. It's coming in at 113. I am going to bump this up to about 225. I am going to flip this now. The reason I'm going to flip it, you can start to see that it's starting to crack open on some of the meat here, and it is starting to really nicely. Put it in the pan. This is going to do two things. One, it's not going to cook this bottom part, the meaty part, too much. Two, it's going to preserve a lot of the juices that I want to preserve. And now I want to flip it over, fat side up. That's going to now render the fat and cook it down into this pan some more. So this is after 4 hours of smoking. You know, it's still got a ways to go. Almost about 80 degrees. I want it to about 202, 205, and that's when it's really, really pull apart temperature. Another 2 hours on the smoker. I wanted you guys to see what it looks like. All right. So yeah, that's fat starting to render nice and starting to separate a good bit on the top. That's what I want. And this right in the middle, 144, 157 closer to the edge. Close to the edge. I am going to spray it a little bit with my apple cider vinegar here. I'm not going to wrap it with aluminum foil like all the way. I'm just going to cover that tray, which makes the whole process a whole lot easier when you have that tray underneath the roast. You know, you have the tray, it's in there. You don't have to wrap it super tight. You can just cover it it keeps all the steam in, it keeps all the juices in, and it starts breaking down that fat internally, so you get that nice pulled pulled pork texture. That's really, really what you want. So it's been about another hour and a half. You can see the sun starting to rise behind me, and we're still sitting at about 160. It's time to wrap this bad boy. Alright, so I got my pork butt out. Got my butter. I'm just gonna put it on top like this. And the cracks right there of the where it's separating. One right here. There we go. Got a little bit of brown sugar here. I'm just gonna reach in with a small little sprinkling, not a lot, just to give it some caramelization on top, and then a little bitty squeeze of some Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce. A little more than a squeeze. I like this stuff, man. What can I say? So there we have it. I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna wrap it, and then we're going to put it back in the smoker, closer to the middle this time, not quite all the way to the side, and let it come up to temperature. It's at 160 right now. It's got to come up 40 more degrees. So another couple hours, it should be good to go. It's 8:45. I'm 1.5 cups of coffee in. Let's check on this rota, shall we? Ooh, you see that steam? That tells me that there's things starting to happen in here. Yes, sir. And that is perfect. Okay. Temperature's right where we want it. So what I want to do now is come over here and drop this down to the smoke setting. I'm going to leave this open for a little bit longer. Probably about another 35 minutes or so. Oh, it's starting to fall apart. Look at that, look at that, look at that. Oh my gosh. Taste it. This is good. This is really, really good. I do want to get in a different pan though. I'll do something a little bit different with that juice. But it's very good. Happy Labor Day.
Recording.
So welcome back. We are about to flip this bad boy over. Check this out. It is at 205-ish degrees. It's been there for a little bit. It's starting to pull and fall apart. What I want to do is flip it over into this new clean tray. I'm going to keep these juices right here, and I'm going to use the juice, at least some of it, here in just a second, but I do need to get this flipped over. Now, this is nice and warm. It is falling apart. Oh my gosh. There you go. Look at that. Look at that. Absolutely delicious. So I'm going to put some barbecue sauce back on top of this. It's flipped over, and we're going to let it sit there for about another 15-20 minutes uncovered. And then we're going to cover it back up and then just let it rest at 180 for about 2 hours while it continues to break up and fall apart. So I'll catch back with you guys here in just a little bit. Guys, this is the finished product, the pulled pork for Labor Day. So come here. First thing we gotta do is pull this bone out. Let's see how easy it comes out. Oh my goodness, right there. Now what I like to do is just take this part of the bone and crush it. Oh, see how easy that falls apart? My gosh.
So easy.
So what I'm gonna do real quick is give a little bite to Nana because, you know, she's our guest. So Nana, take a bite. Here.
Oh my goodness.
That's good?
Yeah.
Well, guys, thank you for watching the whole process. Until next time, enjoy every bite.